it's a pretty different guitar for Ibanez.
I was so interested in the Cyphos because, up to now, Ibanez did some nice models, but they weren't like really Marshall metal guitars.
Being a metal player myself and liking guitars of that style, Ibanez could have something like that.
I mean, this is like all about metal, right? I mean, like it's pointy, it looks kind of Marshall, that's what I like, and that's the reason I was so interested in the Cyphos.
People I had in mind were death metal guitar players, thrash metal, things like that, where the music is very quick and notes have to be articulate. Mahogany was picked to accentuate the lower notes and kind of deaden a little bit of the high, so it's not super bright, but it's clear sounding. The attempt was to try and make sure that you could hear all the notes, even with a lot of gain.
Well, the sound of Cyphos is awesome because it's a mahogany body, it's neck through. I'm like, what else? I mean, ask around like metal guitarists, even if they order customs, it's mahogany, it's a maple neck, and it's a neck through, and perfect.
The idea behind the activator pickups was that there was a certain type of player is looking for an active pickup sound, and my first response was DiMarzio, of course, doesn't do it. I began to realize that, active pickups do a certain thing. In other words, an active pickup has its own sound. I talked to Steve Blucher in New York, and the idea behind working on a strictly passive pickup was that Steve felt that he could probably achieve all the goals that we wanted to achieve without using an active circuit.
Well, double locking tremolo was another one of the things that got two reasons to it. One reason is for the playability. That way, with a double locking tremolo, the bridge will actually sit lower to the body, and that way it keeps your hands even while you're playing the instrument. The other thing is just most of the metal bands that I've listened to and I'm friends with, they all stand by the locking tremolo, and I feel that way myself.
If the bands that are talking about this on forums and stuff are guitarists themselves, I mean, it's of course there's people don't know what it is, and there's a hype, and the response has been positive. Everybody was like freaking out because the shape is so killer. That's what they say, and I think the same. I like it.
Didn't really want to do something that looked exactly like everything else. Really wanted a full-on, no-compromise guitar.
And I was using Ibanez's in the studio because I felt like they're the best best guitars for soloing and everything. I like the necks, I like the bridges, I like the sounds, I like the pickups they come with. So every recording I made so far has been done with Ibanez guitars for the solos. Every solo I recorded in my career has been done on Ibanez's, but I never used Ibanez's on stage.
It looks Ibanez. It doesn't look like everything else, but it looks like it fits.
The Cyphos gonna come out now is like perfect for me because I have the Ibanez playability, everything I like about Ibanez, and then I have the looks, so I can use the guitars in the studio and live. So I'm pretty happy about the fact the Cyphos comes out. And let's see what happens down the line.